And hello once again, everybody. It is Monday, December 22nd, and welcome to SFF180. It is time for the mailbag, and yes, there is a mailbag. As you see, even though we are just days away from Christmas, the week before Christmas, the publicist did not let me down. I have a nice little stack here, so we'll look them over. And, you know, I was going to try to come up with, my own little variant of, the night before Christmas sort of rhyme in order to open this video in something of a festive holiday spirit. But the problem is, I suck at that. I literally have no skill whatsoever for cute rhymes and verses and things like that. It's really terribly, pitifully pathetic. I have lived in shame with this shortcoming of mine for many, many decades. It's just deeply, deeply sad. Even my animals just can't stand to look at me when I fail that hard. So, what can I say, right? But anyway, I tell you what, I will compensate for that failure by getting into some of these books. So let's open these packages and see what they are. See what the last flurry of presents has to reveal. Okay, and this is one from Penguin Random House. Or Random Penguin, as they definitely should be called. I don't know why they missed that opportunity. Okay, well this looks kind of cool. It's something called Clash of Eagles. The author is Alan Smale. And apparently this comes out March the 17th from Del Rey Books. Let's have a look and see what it's all about here on the sell sheet. Okay, it's alternate history. Imagine a world in which the Roman Empire never fell. The year is 1218, and North America has just been discovered by a Roman legion transported by Norse longships. After crossing the Great Ocean, they enter a seemingly endless wilderness, only to face a cataclysmic clash of warriors, worlds, and cultures. Ever hungry for land and gold, the Roman Emperor has sent Praetor Gaius Marcellinus, and the 33rd Roman Legion, there we are, into the newly discovered lands of North America. Marcellinus and his men expect easy victory over the native inhabitants, but on the shores of a vast river, the Legion clashes with a unique civilization, armed with weapons and strategies no Roman has ever imagined. Forced to watch his vaunted force massacred by a surprisingly tenacious enemy, Marcellinus is spared by his captors and kept alive for his military knowledge. As he recovers and learns more about these proud people, he can't help but be drawn into their society, forming an uneasy friendship with the denizens of the city-state of Cahokia. But threats, both Roman and native, promise to assail his newfound kin, and Marcellinus will struggle to keep the peace while the rest of the continent surges towards certain conflict. Okay, well, how about that then? A Clash of Eagles? By Alan Smale from Del Rey on March 17th. It sounds like this is just the thing to wet your alternate history whistle. I'm a big fan of, ancient Rome, the ancient world, and I really like the sound of this. Tell me what you think in the comments. And here's a little thing from HarperCollins Publishers. All right, everyone, it says, Some Secrets Should Stay Buried on the cover here. This is a book called Gideon. The author is Alex Gordon. And Deborah Harkness meets Preston and Child in this edge-of-your-seat debut thriller. It says a superb blend of mystery, fantasy, horror, and the supernatural. Okay, let's see. When Lauren's father dies, she makes a shocking discovery. The man she knew as John Reardon was once a completely different person with a different name. Now, she's determined to find out who he really was, even though her only clues are an old photograph, some letters, and the name of a town, Gideon. But someone or something doesn't want her to discover the truth. A strange man is stalking her, appearing everywhere she turns, and those who try to help her end up dead. Yeah, I'd be calling the cops right about then. Neither a shadowy enemy nor her own fear are going to prevent her from solving the mystery of her father and unlocking the secrets of her own life. Making her way to Gideon, Lauren finds herself more confused than ever. Nothing in this small Midwestern town is what it seems, including time itself. Residents start going missing, and Lauren is threatened by almost every town person she encounters. 200 years ago, a witch was burned at the stake, but in Gideon, the past feels all too chillingly present. Yeah, I would just get the hell out of Gideon myself, but that's me. Anyway, but this sounds like kind of, a bit of a Stephen Kingish sort of suspenser in some respects. It has that small town setting. But I guess, let's see, what's the date on this? Because this is definitely a final finished copy. January 6th this is out. Okay, Alex Gordon is the author, and Gideon is the book, a debut from Harper Voyager. And a little thing from Prometheus. Okay, well here the author is Joel Shepherd. He's Australian, and this is the finished copy of a book that I've already gotten in ARC form. It is the latest volume in his Cassandra Kresnov series. It's called Originator. And, let's see, it comes out January 6th, here we are. 250,000 people die in the destruction of the moon Cresta. The League civil war is accelerating out of control, but projections indicate that as their technologically induced sociological dysfunction continues... Technologically induced sociological dysfunction. I don't know, that's a mouthful, I like it. All of humanity may face a similar fate. In the aftermath of Cresta's destruction, Sandy Kresnov discovers the alien Tali operative Kai and Tanusha there to learn just how far the technologically induced insanity has gone. Everything's technologically induced. All right. Well, this sounds very much like action-packed space opera, kind of in the maybe in the Lois Bujold or C.J. Cherry mold. But let's have a look. The previous volumes in this series included, I mean, it goes back a bit, but let's see. Okay, yeah, so the order is Crossover, Breakaway, Kill Switch, 23 Years on Fire, Operation Shield, and now Originator. So the latest in this series, if you're a Joel Shepherd fan, if you've read any of these, let me know in the comments. But Originator comes out from Pyre on January 6th. And finally, a big old box from the fine folks at Hachette. This is going to be Orbit. Orbit's kind of funny, you know, they'll like send me a little bit of stuff and then I won't hear from them for a few months and then I kind of have to shake the tree a little bit. And then they send me one of these, right? So this is probably going to be new stuff plus some fairly recent stuff plus maybe some upcoming stuff. So it'll be a big mixture. But, you know, hey, great. You know, we're going to end this on a high note with a bunch of books from Orbit. So, oh, by the way, I don't know if I'd already made this plain, but because Amazon and Hachette have buried the Hachette, because it's a pun. See, I can do puns occasionally, even if I can't do rhymes. Oh, shut up. I am, once again, offering Amazon links on my reviews. So, Amazon, you know, well done, you guys. I'm glad you finally sorted that out. It's good for consumers, good for buyers, good for writers, especially good for writers, good for everyone. So, let's dig into the box.
Hello, hello, hello. What's in there? Hello.
Alrighty, so yeah, 3 books here, and yeah, this is pretty much already stuff that is out on the shelves. They just hadn't sent them to me yet. So here we go. I guess first off, we start with this book here by a guy named Angus Watson called Age of Iron, which is volume 1 of something called Iron Age. So, you know, just in case there was any doubt about whether or not it was about ages or iron or any of those things. But battle-hardened warriors and bloodthirsty druids clash in a major new epic fantasy. So this sounds like something very much in the Martin Abercrombie, you know, let's hit guys over the head with big bits of metal school of epic fantasy. I enjoy that kind of thing every now and again, so kind of wets the whistle. So Doug Sealskinner, down on his luck mercenary, traveling south to join up with King Zadar's army, but he keeps rescuing the wrong people. Well, that's a bad habit. But anyway, Age of Iron, again, on the shelves right now from Orbit. And here we have a book by Brian Ruckley called The Free. Let's see, they're the most feared mercenary company the kingdom has ever known. I'm starting to see a pattern here. We're getting into, you know, this really kind of blood and thunder fantasy stuff that Orbit's really getting into lately. Led by Yulan, their charismatic captain, the Free have spent years selling their martial and magical skills to the highest bidder, winning countless victories that have shaken the foundations of the world. Now they finally plan to lay down their swords. Yet when Yulan is offered a final contract he cannot refuse, for the mission offers him the chance to erase the memories of the Free's darkest hour, which has haunted him for years. Okay. Putting the epic back in epic fantasy, says sci-fi.com. Okay. All right, well, this is out then, right now. And last but not least, here is, I've been sent the first one of these, and so now I guess maybe I can get into this series. The Faithful and the Fallen, this is book 2. First book was Malice, and this one is Valor. And once again, you see, look, a big axey thing on the cover. So this is all about war and warriors and weapons and stuff. So here we go then. It's pretty much, come on, stack up properly. There we go. An epic fantasy smorgasbord from Hachette. Because it's a Hachette. See, I'm just full of them. I really am. Well, that's it. That's your Christmas gift from me. All kinds of bladed weapon puns. All right, then. That is it. That's the mailbag for this pre-Christmas weekend. I hope that whatever holiday it is you guys celebrate, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, the solstice, Yuletide season, Kwanzaa, Festivus, or nothing at all. I just hope it's a wonderful time of the year for you and your family. I hope all of you are doing well on your end. and I'm looking forward to a really exciting 2015. I have got new reviews like done, ready. I am going to not post them though until just after the first of the year, because this last week of the year, sort of like between Christmas and New Year, sort of a dead week for YouTube. Everybody's doing family stuff, everybody's winding down, you know, so I'm going to save everything and we'll get a nice little burst like right around the 1st and 2nd of the year, and I am looking forward to a great future with the channel here. Very, very, like, squeakingly close to 900 subs and getting very close to 1,000, so 1,000 is in sight. And I want to thank every single one of you right now who is on my subscription list. I appreciate you adding me to your YouTubing adventures. Promise you a much, much better and more exciting year for the channel in 2015. And I've had a wonderful time getting to know a lot of other YouTubers doing this little adventure in this time, so I want to say happy holidays to all of them. Too many of you to mention by name, but you know who you are, and I love you guys, and thanks for welcoming me into this booktubing community. It's been really, really great, and it's a terrific way to just sort of freshen up after doing the website for so many years, still doing the website, but this has been something that's really kind of kicked a lot of life back into the SFF reviewing thing for me, and it's great to be part of, and thanks for being part of it with me. And with that little long-winded salutation out of my system now, until I see all of you guys next time, happy reading.